Hi, and welcome to part 2 of my Sleeping Gods playthrough. Well, kind of. There is another part 2. As you can see, I've progressed in the story since last video. But I bought a new camera to film the game. And in doing so, I also filmed new footage and then concluded that that footage wasn't good enough. I don't know, the way the camera was set, something was off. I didn't see it in the smaller screen, and then when I looked at it in a big screen, I decided no, cannot do this. It's completely unwatchable, basically. So, yeah, trying this again with, like I said, a new camera for my for the game. I don't have a big room. I don't have a big table. So we're kind of making do. The camera's above me, so I hope I'm not like bumping it. But yeah, it is a better camera though. So you can actually see a little bit more of what is going on here. Sleeping Gods is still a giant game, so there's a lot you need to focus on, so I don't know. Anyway, I've tried to make it better. We're just going to play. So what I did is I played a little bit, obviously, another like 40 minutes or so, what I filmed and haven't uploaded. So I got a few more quests. I went to a new part of the map. I didn't forget my events, so that's good. So yeah, that's where we're at now, and we have quite a few people that are exhausted, or well, not really exhausted, I guess. Like they have won and they can have to, but I don't like it. So my plan is to go to Lynn's Grove, which is here, and kind of unexhaust everyone, heal them up and everything. I've looked at 24, which I think, yeah, got me this quest, a Totem of Growth. So I now know that I can find the Totem of Growth somewhere where there's abundant plant growth with like really big plants. So I know that, so that's good. I went into the forest to find that out. No, 24, and then I went to 146 and I met a guy and he told me about a frozen totem, which is this one, and he joined my crew, so he's here, Alexei. Yeah, so that's basically where we are right now. So my plan is obviously to do the ship phase event and then the actions, and for the actions I wanted to try and travel to Lynn's Grove. But first let's do the ship action. And what do I want to do? Not entirely sure. Quarters here doesn't make a lot of sense. I don't have a lot of cubes to remove or command. Sick bay. I mean, I guess I could heal Raphael or Gregory, but once I get here, I'm going to do that as well. So kinda, I think I'll still do quarters because that will give me 3 command, which is nice. So like that. Yeah, we get an ability card, Rapid Strike. Even if this crew member misses, they deal damage first. We're very good. So we can have 3 of these, I believe, so that's good. And then we get 3 command, and we get to return 2. I think I only have 1 in play, so we'll return that. Event. In the glittering turquoise shallows, you spot the skeletal remains of a ship. Sleek sharks circle the depths. Search it. Perception 5, and if we fail, -2 health. If we win, gain 1 coin. Perception. is the eye, right? That makes sense. Perception skill, yes, the eye. Okay. So, do we really want to invest in this, or do we just want to accept 2 health anyway? Because we're going to try to get to the port. I think that one. So we use Laurent here, like this, for perception, and then we draw the card, which has a 2. So that's 3 in total, which isn't 5, so we have damage. So we put them both on him, that's fine. And we gain a coin. Where's the coin? So that is where we are at now. So now we will try to go to Lynn's Grove. So we can do it anyway. So if we have a 0 to 3 check, we can travel 1 space, and it's 1 space away. So either way, we're going to get there. So we'll check, and it's a 5. So in theory, we could move twice, but we don't need to. So we do 1, 1. So now we are at Lynn's Grove, and we still have 1 action left. So we want to dock, and I am going to check the rules on this one, because I haven't done that before. So let's see. Attacking, synergy, keywords, blah blah blah. Visit a port. The ship must be in the same region as a port. You may then perform any or all of the following. Pay 4 coins to the supply, restore 2 health, and remove 1 fatigue from each crew member. That is what we are going to do. Shipyard. Pay any number of materials, resource tokens, and or coins to the supply to repair 1 ship damage. We don't have ship damage. Pay 1 coin to the supply to fully restore the health of 1 crew member. Okay. Spend XP. You may spend XP to purchase level cards for your crew members. We don't have enough XP. So what we're going to do is pay 4 coins and then restore 2 health and remove 1 fatigue from each crew member. So 1, 2, 4 coins. And that's 2 health removed from each. So that's healing everyone. There we go. And then 1 fatigue from everyone. So we're ready to rumble. Okay. There we go. Great. Okay. Then let's try another turn. So we go to the ship. Right, and we might want to look at this first. So we can do this, I think, to gain an extra fight thingy. Just let me get those here. Okay. Then we'll do the ship. We'll go to the bridge. Get one of these. And get to command. There we go. Event. Another sunken ship. Great. I don't really want to try that hard. We might be able to give someone sharp eye. first because we have some commands. Or you just do it like this. So I'll use Audrey. And we'll draw 5, 6, so we don't fail. So then we get a coin. Okay, so what are we going to do? We're at Linsgrove. We have some money, so I think we could buy stuff. Ship must be in the same region as a market location. Draw 7 cards from the market deck. You may purchase any of them for the cost listed near the name. Place purchased cards face up near the shipboard, next to your other adventure cards. Place any cards you do not purchase at the bottom of the market deck. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so basically these are the adventure cards, I think. Oh no, those are the battle cards. Okay. Yeah, do I want to do that? Go to the market. I have 6 coins. I don't know, or 7. I don't know if that's like a lot or not. Do it? Let's do it. Then we can see the market in action and see if that's something that we want, right? Okay. 7 cards it said, right? 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so this is our market. I'm just going to move the ship to do it like this. Okay, so we have a few weapons. We have a recipe, equipment, gear, which is also equipment, I guess. And another recipe. So the porridge is a good replacement, I guess, for the flapjacks. Well, 1 less health, I guess. Okay, and then we have the scoundrel's gear, which is also nice. So we can do the porridge and the scoundrel's gear, which will cost us 6 coins. We cannot buy any weapons, so that's a thing. Or because we already have Upson and he gives us the cunning thingy, we can also go for the steam engine. Because if we do the steam engine, then we can easily travel a bit more, which is also nice. Let's do that. So the porridge and the steam engine. Not like we have a lot of space going on here, but basically, like, the pictures are really nice, but they're just illustrations. They don't do anything. So if we do it like that, we're fine. Put this back and pay our 6 coins. Like that. Okay. And then I think we'll do one of the things. So 120. Let's get to the book. 120. Linsgrove. The banks are piled high with massive pine logs waiting to be loaded onto ships. A group of low wooden buildings clings to the shore, all built from the same pine wood. The forest looms almost threateningly, just beyond the buildings. Muscular men and women bustle around on various errands. Almost every one of them carries an axe. We can A. explore the woods, B. visit the local museum, C. purchase materials, or D. leave. So, do we explore the woods or local museum? I feel like a totem might be in a museum, but the woods is more exploring, which is like the basis of the game. So what do we do? Well, I'll go with my gut and say we explore the woods. The forest is denser than you'd expect it to be, given the massive logging operations going on. The people of Lynn's Grove, with all their axes, have barely made a dent in the trees. It's a tough hike, and you eventually stop to take a break. While you're resting, you hear Gregory call out. "It looks like someone's missing their property," he says. He's discovered a wooden trunk. A small card written in a language you don't understand is attached to the handle with a string. "Let me see," says Mac. It says, "If found, please return to S. Zazie, small rocky island near Lynn's Grove." You find a wooden trunk with instructions to return it to its owner on a small rocky island near Lynn's Grove. Gain quest 65. Oh, and then we can turn to 120 again, so we can also visit the museum, I guess. Okay, 65. 64. 65. We found a wooden trunk with instructions to return it to its owner, someone named S. Zazie. Okay, put that there. I mean, I thought this game was sprawling when I started, but now, gee. Okay, so now we can say 122, the local museum. The museum tour guide, an old man with copper skin and a cheerful disposition, introduces himself as Garland. This region has a rich history, he tells you as he guides you through the small museum. Once the gods lived here before they went to sleep. After that, the Pan Empire had a stronghold here until their civilization was destroyed too. Lynn's Grove is a fairly recent settlement. I already had wrinkles by the time it was built. The man glances both ways and gestures for you to come closer. Everything here is new. Not even the trees themselves are as ancient as they appear. If you want to know more, you should sail by the Pillar of Kempter and see what you see. We went to the Pillar of Kempter. And... okay. Garland, the museum guide, tells you the trees here aren't as old as they seem. You can learn more at the Pillar of Kempter. But I went there, right? Okay, let's buy something from the gift shop. The gift shop is full of various items made of pine, roughly carved figures of lost forest mammals and wooden signs with saying carved on them, such as Lynn's Grove, only the gods have time to sleep around here, or Lynn's Grove, would you like to stay? There are also several piles of plain pine planks for sale. We could always use more materials, says Audrey with a shrug. The gift shop is full of kitschy goods made of pine wood and also a number of plain pine planks. Game 1 material. Sorry, I was just thinking. Yes, and that's hard and painful and whatever. Materials, so we have a few of those. Okay, okay. So we should visit the other pillars as well, because we visited one and then it does not have the keyword on there. So let me just go back for a second, because that was what I was thinking about. So it says the options here are purchase something from the gift shop, which we did. Show Garland the inscription requires keyword sapling. We went to a pillar of Kempter and we do not have the keyword sapling. So we went to the wrong pillar to complete this stuff. So basically we need the keyword sapling for him. So that's good to know as well, to put on here. But basically it will be a quick back and forth. Ideally, we can go to the pillars and come back with the correct keyword. One would assume. Ah yes, but for this pillar we need the keyword stone. So we first need stone before we can probably get sapling. But maybe it's a whole thing. I don't know. So 120. Of course my pen is once again not working. It likes to do that. So 120 sapling. So that's good to know. That was 2 actions, right? Yeah. Okay, maybe it's just my brain. This game should have a system where you can track both actions. Anyway, so we don't have a lot of exhausted people. We don't have a lot of anything going on right now. So for my ship action, we're just going to do quarters again. Get one of these. Oh, we can only keep 3. So what do we do? I think we'll try to get defend somewhere on someone, Audrey maybe. So then we're back to 3, which we need, and then we can get 3 these, and we can take 2 off, but we don't have any on anywhere. Okay, event. Rats. A swarm of rats invests the cargo bay. Exterminate them. Cunning 7, fail -4 health. Or we can ignore the rats and place this card next to the shipboard until you reshuffle the event deck. Each time you draw fate 1 or 2 when traveling, lose 1 food. No, we don't want to keep rats. I don't want to keep rats. We are going to do cunning. So cunning is the fox. Oh, that. Can I do that? I can, but it's not smart. Right, I'm backtracking. I don't know how people feel about this, but when I'm playing solo and I spot something that just wasn't smart, I backtrack. I don't care. It's my game. I like to play it the way I want to play it. So in this case, it makes sense to try and get him, and I think him, so that's 3, and then draw. 6, so we're good. Gone with the rats. Okay, so we have 201 and 165, and I think we want to look at both for our next actions. So we go to 201. Up to 201. If keyword reminiscence turned to 2114. We don't have that. I think someone I know lives around here, says Mac. She leads you to a small cottage outside of Lynn's Grove. Rushing ahead, she knocks loudly on the door. Carolina, you salty dog! Are you there or not? Open up! A woman opens the door. She's tall and muscular, with short hair and a gold earring. Mara Johnson, as I live and breathe. You'd better come in. Mac insists you stop by the cottage of an old friend. We can go inside with Mac, or we can wait outside and raid the cottage garden. No, we go inside. We're not gonna raid anything. This is Carolina. We traveled together for a while, explains Mac as you enter the cottage. The rooms are sparse with minimal furniture. The walls are empty of any decoration. I'm moving soon, so most everything's packed, but come and sit down. Carolina leads you to the kitchen, where you all sit around a long wooden table. I can see it's been a few years, she says, nodding at the grey in Mac's hair. Mac laughs. And how long since you gave up piracy and settled down? Carolina turns to the crew. She loves to bring that up, but I was only a pirate for a few months. Turns out I make a much better lumberjack. Mac and Carolina exchange old stories, but soon the whole crew joins in a lively conversation. When you finally get up to leave, Carolina asks for a favor. It would be a great help to me if you'd take some old supplies off my hands. Give me less to carry. Consider it a thank you for letting me catch up with an old friend. Mac and Carolina reminisce about old times while the crew shares a warm meal. Okay, and then we gain some stuff. Gain 2 grain. We can do that. Where were we? 1 materials. Let's put this gently down. I don't know if we have any more materials left. Oh, there it is. Materials. And 2 vegetables. Remove all low morale. Gain quest 51. Return to the ship. 51 it is. So. We visited the house of a woman Mac used to travel with. I'm kind of curious. So this now says reminisce. And the thing said we can reminisce as a keyword. So would that like waste my action? To be like, you've done this before, blah blah. Or will it say like, oh, you visit her again and you get even more stuff? I'm curious. And if you're that curious, you have to try, right? So that was one action. So if we do it again and we go to 201, I cannot deal with not knowing. So it says if keyword reminisce, turn to 2014. The cottage is abandoned and the garden is empty. On the door someone has left a note with forwarding address, but weathering has made it illegible. Return to the ship. Okay, so basically it's like, you've already done this, you're not doing it again, you're not gaining those materials and stuff again. You're done. I mean, fair enough, but I had to try, right? Okay. So yeah, that's it for 2 rounds of the game again. So for now, I'm really enjoying myself. But I'm also curious about some other games. Like, we have Heat here. I'm dying to try. So what I'm going to do is pack this up and return to it later. It's been a great introduction into this game, into filming what I'm doing and talking to a camera, which is still awkward, but hey. Yeah, so it's been good. I'm having fun. But I'm ready to try something else, you know? Like, I've now done 4 plays of this game. I mean, only 2 videos, but I've first done the introduction scenarios, then I did the first video, then I did the second playthrough, which I did film, but it's unusable, and now we have this one. So basically, 4 plays is quite good for me. So I'm going to find out how I can package all of this up to return to later. And yeah, so I'm having fun. I will return. I just don't know when. And we'll see. I have some other games to play first and come back later. You know, that's the great thing about games, board games. Pack them up and continue later. And I will do. So, yeah. Until next time. Bye.